Okay, so what we have here is a Midi keyboard. There are many things you can do with a Midi keyboard. For my purposes, what I did was I connected this thing on my computer through USB. You can see here that it's connected to USB to the computer. This is not how traditional synthesizers worked. Traditional synthesizers like the Moog are analog and they don't use a computer. So you can do everything without the use of a computer. However, this is the most economical way for me to demonstrate the use of a synthesizer by using software synthesizers. I'm going to demonstrate a few of the functions of the Midi keyboard that I'll be using to interact with the software synthesizer. First, you have the keys. These keys are velocity sensitive, so you can hit them a little harder and you get a louder sound, or you hit them a little softer, harder, softer. Now this keyboard has 51 keys. This is a fairly large size for a Midi keyboard. Many of the Moog synthesizers have only a much smaller amount of keys because it's not. The point of a synthesizer is to tweak the effects, not tweak the amount of signals. Though professional synthesizers may have a full 82 key keyboard, it is not essential. The velocity sensitive part is very important for a Midi keyboard because it allows you to control your pitch simply by pressing a little bit harder or a little bit softer. Another important part to synthesizers are the pitch and mod wheels. Here you can alter the pitch left and right, and you can modulate the sound. This is important. This is only one way of changing pitch. Sometimes they have the pitch controls that slide like this. These controls do not control the pitch. They're actually sliders for controlling specific Midi components, which I'll explain later. On this keyboard, you can also transpose up and down. See the octave button. Up means you play an octave higher than you actually do, and down means you play an octave lower. You can also transpose a whole number of steps up. Now the whole point of a Midi keyboard is to transmit signals to your computer. The common misconception is that people use Midi keyboards to transmit music to the computer. That's simply not the case. You use the keys on your Midi keyboard to transmit information, Midi messages to your computer, which translates those messages into musical signals. So there's many things you can do with a Midi keyboard. These rotary controllers here control functions such as the envelope, attack, delay, sustain, and decay. So you can set these individual knobs. You can set these individual knobs to different software functions, as you'll see later in my introduction to the synthesizer. All these are default functions, but you can set them individually in the synthesizer program.